today we are going to start the activity, and yes, start our class. And the activity I'm going to share with you today, it's all about the hot seat activity, and you're going to play this activity today. So, for the newcomers, I'm going to introduce this activity. That in this activity, one student will sit on hot seat and other students and other participants will ask the questions from that student who is on hot seat. Okay, so like एक स्टूडेंट आपका हॉट सीट पे बैठेगा इसमें एंड अदर पार्टिसिपेंट्स जो है वो उनसे क्वेश्चन करेंगे एंड वो उनको सबको आंसर करेगा. सो यहाँ पर आप लोगों ने क्या करना है, एक स्टूडेंट जो है उनका नेम में कॉल करूंगी. सब यू ऑल हैव टू रेज योर हैंड्स फर्स्ट, देन आई make you sit on hot seat and other students will ask a question from that student on which is on hot seat. Okay, so इसमें ये जो activity है ना, इसमें you have to be very quick and you have to be very precise, and you don't have to just elaborate or answer. You're just giving the answer, long answers, and other participants are waiting. So you have to be very quick, and it's a great activity to improve your communication skills in English because you are gonna answer right away. So students will ask the question and you have to give the answers. So yes, students, the topic for today is English. Okay, so you can see on screen. So the first question is, do you know English? The second question is, why do we learn English? Third question is, have you ever failed in English? And the next question is 5 tips for learning English. Do you speak English with your friends? And how can we improve English? So these are the questions you can ask from the slide. And if you want to make your own question, you can make your own questions. You can ask the question by yourself, but the topic is English. Okay? So you have to ask a question related to the topic English. So, well, dear students, you all have to participate. Raise your hands. Shabash. I'm just going to call your name now. Aruba Batul, kindly unmute yourself. You are on hot seat. Assalamu
Okay,
alaikum.
ma'am. Walaikum assalam.
How are you doing?
I'm good. What
That's
about you,
great.
ma'am?
Alhamdulillah, I'm perfectly all right. So yes, now Reba, you are on hot seat. Other students are going to ask a question from you. Madiha Magri, kindly unmute yourself. Ask a question from Aruba Batul.
Okay, ma'am. Yes, Aruba. Do you know English?
No, actually, I am on the way to know English.
Okay. Why do we learn English?
We learn English to have some grip on secondary language because this is not our native language. So we try to learn for our professional growth.
Okay. Have you ever failed in English?
No, I never fail in English as a subject.
5 tips for learning English.
I think the main thing to learn English is motivation, and you should be focused, and you should do hard work to learn, and give time to learn, and for speaking, confidence is compulsory.
Thank
Do
you,
you speak?
Madiha. Nida Ilyas, you can ask a question from her. You have to ask any 2 questions, okay? Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. Now, Nida Ilyas, it's your turn.
okay, ma'am. Okay, Aruba. How can we improve English?
We can improve the English, even any language, by working hard, make ourselves to listen again and again, and read the books continuously along. Try to speak and try to write what we are listening. By following these 4 methods, we can improve our language skill.
Okay. Have you ever failed in English?
No, as a subject, I never fail in English.
So you can see the question is there, have, okay? So you have to say, no, I haven't.
Okay,
Okay,
no,
so
I
this
haven't. Okay, ma'am.
yeah, exactly. This is how I have to give the answer. Good, Nida. Thank you much. Kindly unmute yourself. Ask two questions from Aruba Batul.
Okay, ma'am. So, Aruba, what do you think to learn English is a interesting activity or a boring?
It depends upon the person, either he or she like the language or not. I like it, and this is interesting for me.
Okay. So, what is your experience to learn English? It's good.
We are just at initial stage, and I find some things difficult, and some areas try to adjust myself easily.
Okay.
That's
Do you
impressive.
speak
Very
English
good.
with your friends and siblings?
No, I
Yes,
don't
ma'am.
speak English with my friends or siblings.
Okay.
Okay, that's wonderful. Very well done. You will perform really well, and all the students who asked the question performed really well. And Aruba, I want to say that you were quite perfect while giving your answers. Your answers were really great. Like you know the how to answer the question, how to handle the situation. So did you feel the pressure of hot seat? Because
Uh,
you get questions from the students, yeah? So did
yeah.
you feel the pressure? Ah, that's nice. But the thing is that one thing I want to suggest you that if you see the question, if the question starts with the helping verb, try to give the short answer by using the helping verb which is in the question. Okay?
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Yeah, this is how we give the answer. So very well done, Aruba. You answered in a good way. Keep going on.
Okay. Thank
Excellent.
you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yes. Mediha Muggle, kindly unmute yourself. You are on hot seat. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
So let's move on towards okay, Zainab. Zainab, you can ask a question from Mediha Muggle.
Okay, ma'am. Madia, do you know English?
Yes, I do.
How often you speak in English?
No, because it's my initial stage. Because that's why I don't speak English in these days. But
Okay,
making
have you studied?
sentences in my mind, many sentences in my mind.
Okay, have you studied this language before?
No, I don't.
Okay,
No, I
okay,
haven't.
so you are new to this language.
Yes.
Acha. Um, how are your classes going?
It's amazing. And I feel day by day improving myself.
Alhamdulillah. I feel
Alhamdulillah.
that too. Thank you.
Oh,
That's right. Yes, Navita, you can ask the question from Mediha Muggle.
yes, ma'am. Thanks, ma'am.
Yes, Mediha. Mediha, are
Yes,
you
ma'am.
there?
Yes,
No, no,
ma'am.
I'm
I'm
calling the name of Mediha.
yes, ma'am.
Mediha. No,
Yes, ma'am.
Mediha. I'm not calling your name. I'm calling the name of only Mediha. Only Mediha is there.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
ma'am.
Mediha, yes, you can ask the
Yes,
question
ma'am.
from Mediha.
Okay, 5 tips of learning English.
Improving learning. So reading books, English, reading books, native speakers, listening the native speakers, and improve your grammatically sentences, uh, and listening news and songs also.
Okay, how can we improve English?
We yes, we can improve English by using all the daily routine. In the daily routine, we use English in sentences. In initial stage, we use small sentences, and then use the paragraphs and the topics by the siblings and spouse also. So improve the English is in these days it's very important.
Okay. Do you know English?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Have you ever failed in English?
No, I haven't. When I was studied, I got 90 plus marks in English.
Oh,
But when I speak English, I fumbling very much.
okay.
Right. Yes, Aram, you can ask a question from Madiha Mughal. 2 questions you can ask.
Okay, ma'am. Madiha, are you ready?
Yes, yes, I am.
Okay. Okay. 5 tips for learning English.
Uh, I think reading books and listening music, news, and watching English movies, and also listening the native speakers also.
Okay. How can we improve English?
We improve English when we talk in English easily in home and with the friends and family members. We can improve it.
Okay. Do you know English?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Why do we learn English and why it is important in our life?
Because in this era, the English language is very important for us because when we use mobile, all languages in English, and when we use all the things, even our children are also speaking English, and we don't understand it, so we embarrassed. So it's very important in these days.
Okay. Have you
Okay,
you
it's very
ever
well
failed in
done.
English?
Shabash, Aram. You've asked great questions. And Madiha Mughal, nice, Bite. You performed really well. Just try to just focus on some things like yes, you try to answer in a good way. Like you, when the question
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Have you ever
Mhm.
failed in English?
No, I
this
haven't.
situation, no.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am,
Ma'am,
your
you
your voice is
your voice is
uh,
distortion.
cracking. Yes, yes, maybe a distortion.
Ma'am, are you there?
Hello, ma'am.
I think
I think
I think next two participant come and start the class.
Students, am I audible to all of you?
no, ma'am, you are audible.
Yes, ma'am,
Yes,
you are
ma'am.
audible.
Now, ma'am, you're audible.
Okay, sorry, I had some connectivity issue.
It's okay, ma'am.
Doesn't matter, ma'am. Uh, We are all are facing in these days all problems.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know what happened today. It was
Mhm.
completely okay during the morning time, but it's I'm facing the connectivity issues right now.
Yes, ma'am.
So,
But
yes.
unluckily, ma'am, when you suggest me in the connectivity issue all the in the time.
Yeah, so just I'm gonna tell you about your answers. I'm gonna tell you again. So yes, Madiha Mughal, while giving the answers, you were really perfect. But the thing is that somehow, like when you get the questions and you have to give the answers right away. So sometimes we get confused while giving the answer because you told that you're good at writing, but you're not good at speaking. So speaking comes with the speaking. So you just have to come out from this comfort zone and just try to come in all classes, try to take part in all classes. Inshallah, you will definitely remove this hesitation of speaking. You just have the hesitation. Other than that, you just have a great command on this language. So yeah, you can do that. Okay, inshallah, with the passage
Okay,
of time.
ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes,
keep
ma'am.
going on and keep
Thanks,
participating.
ma'am, to encourage me.
You're welcome, dear. So
Okay,
let's move on towards you, Navida. Navida, are you there? You are on hot seat now, and Tahira is going to ask the questions from you. So yes, Tahira, you can ask the questions from her.
Yes, ma'am. Do you know English?
Yes, I know, but a little bit.
Okay, why do you learn English?
I learn English because English is very important nowadays. Everywhere we are going in schools, in shopping, in our society, everyone is speaking English. So that's why English is important, and I'm learning.
Okay, how you ever failed in English?
No, I'm not failed in English.
Okay,
No,
give
I
me the 5
haven't.
tips. Yeah, ma'am.
No, I haven't.
Okay,
But
no, I
this is
haven't.
how. Yeah.
Okay, 5 tips of a learning English. For a
Mm.
learning English.
Yeah, I think so. We should watch movies and listening and by reading and by learning vocabulary, we can improve our English.
Okay, do you speak English with your friends?
Yes, sometime I speak English and sometime Urdu.
Okay, how can we improve English?
We can improve English by reading and by improving our confidence and by watching movies.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, good, Tahira. Nice, yeah. So, yes, Yasmin, kindly unmute yourself and ask the questions from Navida.
Yes, Navida, who is your best teacher at KSA and why?
All the
Yes.
teachers are very good and their learning method is very, and I am starting learning, I think so, 2 or 3 days before. So I have experience with the 2 or 3 teachers. So all are good. They all are teaching very well and their method of teaching is very good.
So, yes, Yasmin, ask the next question.
Okay, uh, have you ever failed in English?
No, I am not failed in English.
Mm-hmm.
No, I haven't. Okay, good.
Okay. Give us 5 tips. Give us 5 tips to improve our spoken English.
I think so. First of all, we learn vocabulary and then by reading books and by watching movies
Mm-hmm.
and by speaking with someone and also with discussion. When we have friends, we must have to discussion on any topic. We start discussing on one topic. So in my opinion, I think the discussion is very important to improve our English.
How do you rank? How do you rank grammar? In learning spoken English.
I think so. Grammar is very important. If we don't know grammar, so how can we speak? Just like in Urdu, we are speaking, we are saying something, and I want to say something and speaking something else. So if I don't know the grammar, so how can I speak English? How can the people understand that what I want to say? So grammar is, I think so. First of all, grammar is very important.
Okay. So okay, have you ever spoke in front of public in English?
Yeah, I spoke, but I think so 20 years before because I have completed my I have done my graduation 20 years before, and after 20 years now I back to studies. So that's why before I was speaking, but no, not after 20 years. Now I'm back, so that's why.
Wow,
Right.
this is impressive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Because
Yasmin, do you
nowadays
want to
you know that English is very important, and my kids are
Mhm.
they are going to school, they are speaking English, so the English is very important. So if I don't know English, so how can I teach them? You know, because English is everywhere in their school. The kids are speaking English, and if I don't know English, then how can I teach them? So that's why after 20 years, now I again back to studies.
Good. So, Yasmin, do you want to ask more questions?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Your answers, your questions were really insightful. And what about? I just wanted to talk about your answers, Navida. You told that it's your like fourth class today, but the way you answered, they were really amazing. And you answered in a very good way. Your answers were to the point. Sometimes, like you didn't focus on the forms of verb, but otherwise,
Yeah.
your answers were really nice. And inshallah, you'll improve your English within a few days here. Just try to focus on your grammars and your discussion classes and spoken classes. Practice there, and you'll be speaking like a native speaker within
Thank
few
you so
days,
much.
inshallah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, let's move on towards Iram. Iram, you are on hot seat, and Kenza Altaf is going to ask some questions from you. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, Ram, how can we improve English?
Mm, We can improve English by learning, by improving grammar, by watching the TV shows in English, by practicing, by motivational, by volunteer speaker. That's it.
Okay. And do you speak English with your friends?
Yes, I can speak in English with my friends.
Okay. Have you ever failed in English?
No, I haven't failed in English.
Okay.
Alhamdulillah. Yeah. Yeah.
Why do we learn English?
Mm, mm. We learn English because nowadays English is very important in our life. During this phase, everywhere English is speaking, like school, shopping mart, and everywhere. So we want to learn in English and must be improve English. That's why we learn English.
Okay, that's nice.
That's really nice. Great. So, yes, Navida, you can ask the questions from yes, Iram. Navida, are you there? Okay, Kenza Altaf, you can ask a question. Kenza Altaf has already asked a question. What about Tayeba Sheikh? Tayeba, ask some questions, 2 to 3 questions from Iram.
Okay, ma'am. So, Iram, what do you
Yes.
think is difficult to learn or easy?
I think so. It's not a difficult, but it's must be focused. We should be focused on the grammar. We should be focus on grammar and watch the English movies, English native teachers. That's why we can be easily learn it because just like Urdu, because Urdu is our tongue, so we can easily speak it. That's why when we learn the English in a better way, we easily speak English
Okay.
if we focus
So,
on it.
what do you think? What is the most important thing in learning English? What
I
is the
think so.
most
The
important?
the grammar, because when we have a grammar words and when we have a vocabulary and grammars, that's then we easily speak, and then we easily convey the message to other one. If we don't know about the grammar and vocabulary words, then we have a limited words, so we cannot speak in a better way, and we cannot say that to what to want to say.
Okay. So, what is your experience about English language pronunciation? It's
Sorry,
important or not?
I can't understand. What
Uh,
are you saying?
I
Yes,
said
she's
that
asking
what
that.
in
Yeah, carry on.
yes, ma'am.
Reva, you can.
Okay, so I said that what do you think in English language learning? What about English pronunciation? It's important or not? English
सेकंड पार्ट
pronunciation.
आपने क्या बोला? मैं आपके क्वेश्चन को अंडरस्टैंड नहीं कर पा रही. I don't understand what are you saying.
Okay. आपसे मैंने ये पूछा कि इंग्लिश प्रोनाउंसिएशन जो होती है वो इंग्लिश लर्निंग में इम्पोर्टेंट होती है या नहीं?
Yes, pronunciation. It's little bit, because when you speak in English, your pronunciation with the passive of time will be correct, and when you listening the mostly English languages then you speak that's one, and your pronunciation with the passive of time will be improved.
Okay,
Good,
ma'am,
good.
that's it.
Yeah, very well done, Tayaba. Your questions were really impressive. And Ira, very well
Thank you.
done. Shabash, beta, your answers were quite impressive and insightful, and you handled the challenge in a very good way. The students were asking a lot of questions, but you handled in a very good way. Just yes, I do agree with you. For learning English, for speaking English, grammar is important. Without grammar, we cannot convey the right idea, and your English is not flawless when you talk about the English. We can speak English when you don't know the grammar, you use the wrong form of verb, you don't use the right form of verb in the right place, and you don't convey your message in a proper way. So very well
Yes,
done. Keep it up, ma'am. Shabash. You explained in a
thank you,
very good
ma'am.
way. You're welcome. Let's move on towards Tahira. Tahira, you are on hot seat, and Kamar Nisha is going to ask some questions from you.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know
Yes.
English?
Yes, I do. I know
Why
about
do
that, the English, each and everything.
why do we learn English?
Uh, uh, because the English is very important for us. This is the learning process, and you know about that, the awareness of English, so you can help us to study about your future, and you are improve the English because the further studies. If I am going for the further studies, especially in English, so they are so we are learn English.
Have you ever failed in English?
No, I didn't. I don't.
Ma'am,
Five tips for
so
learning
Tahira,
English.
I interrupt you, but you wanna question? Ma'am, can I leave this meeting because the asr prayer time?
Okay, Vita. Sure, why not? And remember
Thank
me in your prayers.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay?
Thank you. Jazakallah.
You're welcome. Take care. Yes, carry on, dear.
Five tips for learning English.
Yeah.
Five
Five
tips for learning English.
Okay, I will tell you the tips of our learning English. First of all, the readings English books is must and helping for the learning English. And we nowadays the online a lot of thinkers are there, native speakers are there, and we must improve our accent and fluency also. So that's why. And we are talking about one another, we must think, and and the grammar things we are also repeat again and again, and focus our studies about day by day. Daily we are practicing English, so inshallah I will learn English very good.
Do you speak English with your friends?
No, I didn't speak with my friends because especially you know about that my family and my family members and my friends also not speak in English because they're not interested about English. So that's why I am not speaking English with
How can
my
we improve English?
Yeah, I am improving English. I know about that English, but I am improving again and again because this language is not a mother tongue. So that's why it's a very important. If we are not improving English, so maybe there I am not a good speaker. I am not a good learner. I am not a good English teacher making doing. So that's why a lot of things will be the mistakes are there. So that's why I am improving my English.
Okay, that's great. So, well, let's move on towards the next participant. Yes, Tahira, you can ask two questions from Kamarnisa. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Do you know English?
Yes, I am know very well English, but I am weak in speaking.
Okay. Why do you learn English?
There are a lot of people surrounding us speak in English, communicate in English. As we are students or in government employee, we know we need to learn English and communicate them. That's why we learn English.
Okay. Do you feel you are improving your English nowadays because you are
Yes,
taking the classes
yes,
also?
I am feeling English by joining this course, and there are a lot of tips for learning English and improve. But one tip that impact on your English, that is the practice that make more.
Yeah. Well done. Thank you very much. Yeah,
Okay.
ma'am. Enough.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. Very well done. You performed really well, Shabash. And very well done, dear. Shabash, keep it up. Yes. Yes, Kinza.
Ma'am, English
Yes,
is the
Kinza, you were
language is
asking it.
like that. We are focused again and again because you know about
Yes,
that
we
a
need to focus
very
on it.
different, yeah, vocabulary will come and very different accents will come. So that's why we are, if we are not touched that, maybe it's very difficult for us.
Exactly, you're right. I do agree with you. So, Kenza, but kindly unmute yourself. Rita, you've written sentence. ये in English you want to ask कि कोई English में कोई अच्छा हो उसमें या you're talking about the general term like अगर कोई आप किसी को
No,
admire
ma'am,
करते हैं
English
English
में
में
पूछ रही थी.
अगर English में तो अगर simply उसके लिए आप ऐसे कैसे बोल सकते हो is there anyone you admire the most for being good at English ठीक है
Okay.
for being good at English admire the most for being good at English yes.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so Yasmin, you are on hot seat now.
Yes, ma'am. I'm all set.
Ah, that's great. So yes, let's move on towards yes, Kinza Altaf. You can ask some questions from Yasmin.
Yeah. Okay. Uh, is there anyone you admire the most for being in English?
For
In
being
what context?
you can say for being good at English. For being good at
Okay.
English.
For being good at English.
Okay, come again, please.
Okay. Is there anyone you admire the most for being at good in English? At good at name.
For being good at
Sorry.
English. For being
For
good at
okay.
English. Yeah.
Good at English. Okay.
Yes,
Is there anyone you admire the most for being good at English?
yes. I admire many speakers, especially I listen to uh, our former Prime Minister and my hero Imran Khan. So I am I am big fan of him.
Okay. Okay. And nowadays I'm admiring you. because you are a good speaker and
Thank you.
I love your
Being
confidence.
a student, we have to like this sort of a competition between the students as well. Oh my God,
Yes,
he's improving
yeah,
day by
ma'am.
day.
I'm just
Yeah.
waiting for his turn, and
Yeah,
I
happy
write
with the
down the
student.
words he can use, especially the idioms.
Yeah. He has a plethora of great vocabulary. His vocabulary bank is good, really nice. Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
he uses great words
Yeah.
in between. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. How can we improve English?
Well, first of all, I would say that you focus on your grammar. Grammar is the key. Secondly, you need to enhance your vocabulary and work on your especially on your phrasal verbs, because phrasal verbs are very important. It concise and make your sentence, it beautifies your sentence. So then you can work on other things. You can practice a lot. Writing practice is very important. If you can write, you can speak. This is this is my, I can challenge that. If someone is good at grammar and if he can write, speaking is not a rocket science.
Yeah. Okay. That's very nice.
I have a
Okay.
question from Nizama Niad. I don't know what is her name.
Yasmin.
He said that if someone is write in English and he or she can speak too, but in my case I can write but I can't speak fluency
Okay.
in good way. Even I am good in grammar whenever
Mhm.
I write, but I can't speak.
Well, now you need practice. Practice makes
Yes,
a
I
man
told
perfect.
these
Yes, yes.
things. They
Because
practice, practice,
when I
practice
joined
is
this
man
forum,
better.
when I joined this forum, believe me, at times I got bogged down. I fumbled, I stumbled, but I kept on practicing, and Alhamdulillah, I'm very much confident that I can speak. I just need to polish myself.
Oh, but this confidence never come in my
Come,
mind.
that's,
Okay. Yeah,
yes.
he's saying with the passage of time, you need to practice.
Yes,
It
ma'am, I
comes with the
know.
passage of time. Yes. So
Okay,
you just
thank
have to
you.
participate in all classes just to
One day
remove the
I will
hesitation of
speak
the speaking.
like you.
Yes. Inshallah. Inshallah. Right? So yes, and Yasmin, everybody's yes, praising you. Mashallah.
Yes,
That
ma'am. Thank you very much.
this is a great achievement for you.
Ma'am, believe me, I'm also a big fan of you. I'm so happy to join you because you give me a new, enthusiasm and spirit. The way you teach us, the way you clear our concepts. It's commendable.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your kind
Okay.
words. And like sometimes teachers also needs motivation, but yeah, for that purpose, like thank you so much for being so nice and for your kind words. Thank you.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
well, yes, Tahira, you can ask some questions from Yasmin.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am, about English.
Yeah, about English.
Okay, and Yasmin, can you, if I will give you any topic, can you speak
Mhm.
easily in English?
Well, I know nowadays I need some time because I have to make some points. If I can gather some points, then I can speak fluently on that. But at times, if a topic is given to me suddenly, so I may lose I may lose my train of thought. That is a problem with me because I need some time to prepare myself.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, my second question is that you must tell me the uh, uh, basic tips of your colleagues, how we speak English, how we convey convey our words easily in English. The knowledge is very knowledge I know the knowledge is must, but simply because sometimes we are also simple in English. I'm not I'm not speak a very different words or a very creative words, so simply
Mhm,
words. So you tell us in which way we are
mhm.
convey our message, because in my class fellows especially we both are.
Uh, do you read the newspapers or not?
I nowadays I'm not read
Yeah.
newspaper, especially I
Yeah.
read books, because nowadays I'm focused, because our teacher, our Sir Hasib is uh, telling the first classes, they are giving the one formula. The
Mhm,
first formula, can you step by step you are going that, okay? So I will
mhm,
taking must in these things, because
mhm.
I am also know about that I am weak over here. So that's why
Mm.
nowadays I'm working over here, because this step is very necessary. Sometimes you know about that we are not pronounce a very good accent, especially in English. We can
Mhm.
fluency is there, but we are not focused about pronunciation. So that's why
Yes.
nowadays I'm
Yes.
focusing about these sides.
Well, let me to
Yes.
say something. Let me to say something. At this stage, you need not to focus on your accent or pronunciation. Okay, once you become fluent, that pronunciation and accent, would not be so difficult. So just to try to make the sentences perfectly and focus on your grammar, because correct sentences are very important. So what I do is, I always try to focus on my grammar. And in this morning, I asked Ma'am Komal to let me know that whether I made any mistake in my
Mm,
presentation or not. So I am very much, careful about my grammar. So you need to
mm.
focus on your grammar first, okay, and vocabulary, and forget about your accent and pronunciation at this stage.
Mm.
Yes, this
Okay.
is the key points, no doubt.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am, the basic thing is also like that, especially if you are making a small sentences like put these things,
Mm,
cut these things, okay, open the door. So that's why I'm also share with my colleagues,
mm,
these words must speak day by day, daily. If the
mm.
your siblings is not compromised with you, or not, they are sometime laughing with you, sometime our
Yeah.
you know about that, but this hesitation, if we are uh, um, we feel like that, I'm not saying well, I'm saying in English, especially in wrong. So don't care about anyone. Don't care about your
Exactly.
siblings. Laughing this, so you are also laughing. Okay,
Mm,
don't worry about that. If you are feeling like that, oh, why they are
mm,
laughing? So that's why this is the ma'am. This is the stage of that, like a lock of in your mind. If we are not locked, this. Key, okay, especially you know about that the
mm.
English is the key. If we are open the key, then each and everything easy for us. So don't worry about that, because I know about that. Sometime I'm also speaking, my family
Mm.
member is laughing, so I'm don't care about that. So that's why I am feeling
Yeah,
like that. Yeah, ma'am, this is the point, huh?
exactly. This is it, well, the major, like, yeah, one thing I wanna
This is the
say
major
that
point.
if we should have to remove the fear of being judged. Like, we
Yeah,
have this fear anyhow. Like, when we
yeah,
talk about, like, this is not our native language, so when I speak, so a lot of times we think about, and we want the validation from the people as well, that what will
yeah,
people think and what will people respond. So just don't care about it initially. I want to share with you, just focus
yeah,
on your structures, whatever you're saying. So being thoughtful with it before saying anything, you need to just align the words in a proper way, and you should try to use the proper English. One thing I want to suggest, sometimes the students are really fluent in English, but they are not flawless. They're speaking the
yeah,
wrong English. They are really fluent. They're speaking in a very good way. So everybody can get impressed by them. But the thing
Ma'am,
is that by those people, but the thing is
yeah,
that like they're not flawless. So what is the purpose?
yeah,
Like you're improving, you're just good at fluency, but you don't have the right frame of sentence. So you need to
yeah,
work on it. I always just suggest to students don't be like you don't get
feel
impressed
shy.
by the people who are really fluent in English, but you
Yeah,
get impressed by the people who are really flawless. They are using the accurate word. Their English is like you can say the accurate. They're not using the wrong words. They're not framing the wrong structures. So this is how I just always suggest to students. So being a grammarian, I don't know, I always do so, and I suggest all the students to do so.
yeah, ma'am,
So
I will.
that's it.
I appreciate my teachers, especially in SKH teachers. Ma'am,
Mhm.
you know, we are speaking. Sometimes I am feel like that I am speaking wrong. But
Mhm.
ma'am, I admire you. You are never say, okay, this is the mistake. You never speak, but you are also saying and appreciate all the students. So that's why you are not all the time are available with me. So that's why I am also, this is the one thing is SKS teachers, all of the teachers
Yes.
are very yeah ma'am, is very giving us a very strong support for, especially for that sport we are not speaking. So that's why you are saying no, you are speak, you speak, you speak. So teacher is a very good leader, especially in my SKH teachers. So they
Mhm.
we are also learn about that, we are also feel about that I can do, but why I can't do that. So that's why.
Good. Very well done, Tahira. And
Yeah,
your questions were thoughtful and engaging. And once again, I want to share something about Yasmin.
yeah.
He has been a great student, and you performed exceptionally well today, and your answers were impressive. And one more thing, today your structures were perfect, and your grammar was also perfect. That was the
Yes,
main
ma'am.
point I want to share.
Ma'am Kamal, can I ask one question with you?
Yeah, sure.
And
Sure,
ma'am
dear.
Kamal, especially you know about that we are touched, especially with you. Okay, I will wait for the class, especially because I know the time we are also you know about that I'm talking with you, especially in English
Mhm.
and improve something. I know about that. I will, for example, you know about that when I am
Mhm.
hungry, I am eat something, so I will
Mhm.
energetic. So sometime I'm
Thank you.
speaking English, so that I'm also living like that. I'm energetic. So that's why the classes is off. So what can I do, ma'am?
Yeah,
So
actually,
it's a
just
very,
one thing. Yes,
so
Tahira.
what can, so ma'am, this is the break of over there. So that's why it's a very difficult, I think, task for us.
Hmm.
So ma'am, what
But
are
you
you
just
doing?
need just one thing.
Especially you are touch with the classes or sometime any other.
Person, when I'm not taking the class, you've missed me? You mean to say, yeah? Okay. So actually, the thing is
You are
that,
speaking with your family members, ma'am.
yeah,
English. You are talking about your English or in a daily routine you are using English in with our family members.
yeah. So I'll definitely give you the tips to improve the English. And Tahira, don't worry, I'll definitely tell you how to improve your English. And yeah, we get attached by like with the people sometimes. And but we the thing is that it's a journey, and we need to focus on the journey. And whatever the mentor is, whatever the teacher is, you need to just take part in all classes. Try to
Yeah.
engage yourself in all classes and try to take part in all classes. And when you talk about your family members and all, like your friends, if they're making fun, so don't care about it. Just think that I am just going, I'm just improving my English. This is not my native language. I want to improve my English. I can make mistakes, but initially everybody makes mistakes. Okay, so
Yeah, ma'am.
it's the very normal thing. Very well done, Tahira. Thank you. And Yasmin, excellent
Thank you, Arya.
performance as
Thanks for
usual. Very well done. Shabash.
Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay, so yes, dear students, we have 2 minutes. मैं आपको थोड़ी सी suggestion दूंगी सब students को ही. how can you improve your English? Because सब students थोड़े से concern है अपने English को improve करने के लिए. So for that reason, I'm just giving you some tips to improve your English. The thing
Yes,
is
ma'am.
that कि पहली बात कि when you are learning something, अगर आप class में सबके साथ मिलके पढ़ते हैं, so पहली बात कि you just need to focus on your self growth कि आप कैसे perform कर रहे हैं in the class. Just think about and just अपने आप से ही battle करनी है. Like ये मेरी stage है, इधर मैंने mistake की है, कोई बात नहीं है, next time मैं अपने आप को improve करूंगा और अपने आप को improve करूंगी. You have to आपको अपने से ही जो है competition रखना है. One more thing, sometimes we compare ourselves with the others और फिर हमारी growth अच्छी नहीं हो पाती because हम और ज़्यादा जो है कंफ्यूज होते हैं बिकॉज वी फील दैट कि उसने इतना अच्छा बोला, मैं अच्छा नहीं बोलूंगी तो कैसा लगेगा. सो इट्स लाइक दैट. तो पहली बात ये कि कभी भी अपने आप को किसी और से कंपेयर ना करें बिकॉज यू डोंट नो द जर्नी ऑफ दैट पर्सन कि उसने कितनी एफर्ट्स पुट की हैं यहाँ तक पहुंचने के लिए. वो कितनी एफर्ट्स लगा रहा है या को लगा रही है इसको करने के लिए. सो यू नीड टू फोकस ऑन योर इम्प्रूवमेंट. Just try to focus on your learning, your grammar. Just try to just take out some time, कुछ time निकालें जिसमें you need to write something, कुछ लिखें. At least 1 page a day आप जरूर लिखें. Then you have to focus on your listening, ज़रूरी सुने and just listen to the person जो कि who is good at English. So like most of the time I suggest the people to listen to the native speakers और उन लोगों को जो intellectual हो. ऐसे नहीं like हमारे Asian accent होते हैं, हम उनको जितना सुनते हैं वही हम adopt करते हैं. बहुत दफा वो भी wrong pronunciation use कर रहे होते हैं. So the thing is that try to listen to the natives. And one more thing, speaking comes with the speaking. So if you don't have any partner, speak with yourself. If you're making chapati, you're just mopping, just speak with yourself that I'm gonna do this today. I attended the class, teacher taught that, and I'm gonna do this. I'll definitely work on it. Let's speak with yourself. अपने आप से बात करें, कोई बात नहीं है. और फिर कॉन्फिडेंस कहाँ से आएगा? दिस इज द प्लेटफॉर्म, यू आर कमिंग हियर. यहाँ हम हैं आपके टीचर सपोर्ट करने के लिए. आप लोग यहाँ बोलें, यहाँ अपनी हेजिटेशन रिमूव करें. नोबडी इज गोना सी यू. आप यहाँ ना दिख रहे हो, सिर्फ आपकी आवाज आप सुनाई दे रही है. सो जस्ट रिमूव योर हेजिटेशन. यहाँ पर आके सारी हेजिटेशन को रिमूव करें. रीडिंग हो गई और रीड भी कुछ करें. रीड स्टार्ट करें स्टोरी बुक से एंड देन विद द पैसेज ऑफ टाइम आप थोड़ा मुश्किल की तरफ जाएं. आर्टिकल्स निकाल के आर्टिकल्स पढ़ें या न्यूज़पेपर. डॉन न्यूज़पेपर इज द बेस्ट ऑप्शन. आपकी ग्रामर, एडवांस स्ट्रक्चर, सब एक्टिव पैसिव आपको प्रेजेंट पार्टिसिपल स्ट्रक्चर्स और इन्फिनेटिव्स, जेरेंड्स और सब आपको वहां मिलेगा. एडवांस स्ट्रक्चर्स जितने भी आप डॉन पढ़ोगे उतने आपको वहां मिलते हैं एंड यू गेट द